Here we go. Late.
Oh, baby. We here.
We steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to a Monday edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is G P S.
I drive like a 85-year-old woman now.
Yeah, you just like have to like lean over the steering wheel. You're just seeing through like the little gap. You're just like, good luck, everybody else.
I need to get some milk for my kitties because my husband's dead.
The cats ate him. They did.
Yes, and I killed him.
Oh, got dark with the car?
He was never the same after returning from the war, old Hank. It's a real piece of work, that son of a...
Oh, we did that.
There we go.
Quickly.
There we go.
Listen, this is what happens when I thought this would be me because we were on a bye week. So like I didn't have to worry about my team losing this week. It was so nice. I got to relax and just call 2 terrible games of football, watching Tom Brady get the piss beat out of him. And then whatever the hell that Sunday night game was.
Yeah. Well, it could have been a great, near perfect weekend of football for me.
Yeah.
It's close. It's close. Seahawks lost.
He did.
Tom Brady played like an old ass man.
He did.
The Broncos almost.
Hey.
Almost beat the Chiefs.
Points.
They,
you
know, if you would have told me this game, the Broncos lose by, 6 points and a bit of a shootout at this point in the season, and I would be happy about it. Wait, what'd you say, Kaylee?
No,
I missed it.
So things are going on, Perna. Things are going on. Kaylee all of a sudden started being really nice last night during the Chargers Dolphins stream and hasn't stopped. And we don't know why. Maybe a kidnapping situation. Maybe like, what's it called? A changeling kind of thing? Might be one of those.
Somebody kidnapped her and was like, you're going to do nice super chats from now on.
Yeah. The Cowboys, there's so much to talk about. The Cowboys almost lost to the Texans. The Jaguars beat the Titans. The Detroit Lions defeated the purple incarnation of Satan.
Nobody beats Goff. Nobody.
Listen, we're gonna recap all of it. But Brandon, listen, you guys put up a good fight. Also, Patrick Mahomes, man,
overrated. Just lost the MVP, idiot.
Jalen Hurts though. Oh my God, yeah. Right now it's his to lose, considering what he's been doing this past few weeks. Yeah, been playing pretty well. But it continues the theme of this season. That is any team good. I feel like the Eagles have been more like the most consistent, but they lost to the Commanders. They had a close game with the Colts at first half with like the Texans, but the Chiefs, they've been up and down. The Bills, they've been up and down. It's just a weird season, buddy. It's a weird season.
Yeah, there's no I'd say the Eagles are the clear-cut dominant team in the NFL. And I don't even think it's particularly close in terms of overall performance this season. Now, that doesn't mean they can't lose still. It doesn't mean a team like the Bills can't go in there and give them trouble, or the Chiefs, or hell, even when they play the Cowboys coming up. But it's the Eagles, and then there's a bunch of very, very good teams. And then there's a lot of teams. It's like, who are you? And one of those teams is the Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah.
And they are going to fist their way into the postseason. I can feel it.
Listen, I said that I did a whole video on Thursday, kind of talk about who I think is going to make it. And I was an idiot, and I legit believed in the Steelers because Kenny Pickett had been playing well. They had a run game, and then that completely and totally blew up in my face. But I said the Detroit Lions should make the playoffs because, and that was without beating the Vikings. So yes, Bengals. Kitty goes meow.
No, they were on one. They're on a tear. They're on a little bit of a tear.
Kitty goes meow. They're crushing. What are they on a 5-game win streak, something like that now? I mean, because I know the 49ers are on a 6-game win streak, if I'm not mistaken. Like the 49ers, dude, like talk about dominant teams. If there's one, I was talking about this last night on the stream. If there's one team in the NFC I'd be afraid to play in the playoffs, besides obviously the Eagles, their high-powered offense, the defense has been looking pretty good. It's the 49ers. Because they just look like it doesn't matter. Brock Purdy, like, he played well. He had some really bad throws that were, like, questionable, but, like, the really good talent made up for it. But their defense is so good. They have so many superstars. We'll see what the Deebo Samuel injury looks like because he was going off before he got injured. But, yeah.
I mean, Brock Purdy, he's going to carry San Francisco for a while here. And I know the Bucs defense basically fell apart in that game, but they've been a formidable defense all season. So I would factor that into how you're kind of evaluating Brock Purdy getting his first start against a defense that's been tough. They're not as dominant as they were in, the last 2 seasons, Tampa's D, but got to be impressed with the guy who gets the ball to those playmakers consistently.
Yeah. Mr. Irrelevant. I mean, listen, he did more than enough, and he looked good. I mean, like, there was that scrambling for a touchdown. He had one really nice throw to, like, Christian McCaffrey. Like, yeah, no, listen, the 49ers are a force, and I would be afraid. And the other question is, did they break the Miami Dolphins? Because they may have. They may have broken them because, good God, last night was bad. But we'll get there. There's just a lot to talk about. Brandon, first, let's talk about you.
Love that idea.
So I actually put out a tweet. I saw you tweet that. Yeah. I said NFL's so chaotic, right? There's so many upsets that they might even score 17 points, and they put up more than 17 points.
I said 27, and I was 1 point off.
So I hope so.
1 point off. Yeah, my game was how you say batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, the 49ers, they pummel you.
Mm-hmm. See, it's weird.
Whoa. Is she taking my shtick?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. Like, we saw it, like,
Kaylee.
Maybe it's trying
Chiefs
to, like, curse.
All the way. Chiefs are so good, Kaylee.
No.
I agree with your philosophy.
But it is a great question. Jimmy G's not going to be on the 49ers next year, though, I don't think. I think they're just going to have Purdy as a backup and Lance as their main guy. But,
whoa.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Broncos, they actually put up points.
I mean, this game, Tom, it was going to be the new worst game ever because the Broncos were trailing 27-0.
Yes, they were.
They were trailing 27-0.
It was very, very bad.
The final 7 of those points was a Willie Gay pick 6 on Russell Wilson. Yep. It wasn't even like Russ's fault. Like, it's a 3rd and short. Denver's got a decent play design here, and Willie Gay just makes a play of the day. Hey.
You don't say.
Chips it to himself, as one Gay Willie might do, and takes it all the way to pay dirt. And I was like, dang. This is it. This is rock bottom. We finally hit it. We finally hit the worst. And then Patrick Mahomes, in his arrogance and his
hubris,
that son of a bitch got so lucky in this game. Okay. That I am sick. And Cole, somebody mashed up Cole's reaction and my reaction to the same Jerick McKinnon play.
Beautiful.
It's pretty good. He's 5'11", okay, which is pretty dang tall where I come from. Mahomes just running out of bounds, does one of these. Any other quarterback picked off, nightmare. McKinnon's just there. He's just there. Like, I don't even think he was there. I think he teleported to that spot.
Maybe.
Catches it. And of course, nobody's covering him at this point because the play should be over. Takes it for a touchdown. Okay. I've had it. I've had it with this guy.
Done.
So I think Mahomes thinking, oh, I can just keep doing that because I'm Patrick Mahomes. I can close my eyes and do this. Well, guess what, Patrick? You never heard of Josie Jewell. You never heard of him. And he picked you off twice. First player ever to pick off Patrick Mahomes twice in the same game. Linebacker, Josie Jewell. Slow ass, run stuffing linebacker, Josie Jewell gets him twice. And the first two picks, it happened within the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. Josie Jewell gets one. Patrick Surtain has just an all-time interception.
PS2.
He gets his arm on the ground. The ball bounces off his arm, and he catches it. And within those 3 minutes, Denver somehow puts together 2 touchdown drives. Just bam, bam. Jerry Jeudy became unguardable, and we're like, oh, we scored 14 points right before halftime. And I was not even thinking about a comeback really at that point. I was just like, it's nice. We're not getting shut out 27-0 at half.
It's nice.
We're going to go worst case scenario. We leave this game with 2 touchdowns, and that's an improvement for our football team.
True.
Then they come out at halftime and they score a 60-yard touchdown on a swing pass to Marlon Mack. Swing, screen, literally a play that has lost more yards for the Broncos this season than has gained. Their screen attempts. I am not fact checking that, but I guarantee you, if you looked up the Broncos screen passes this year, it would be negative because they're awful at running them. But Marlon Mack takes it to the house. I'm like, oh God, it's 27-21. Defense resumes. Dominant form. 3 and out. Sack Mahomes. 3 and out. But then the Broncos offense resumed their they were even worse. They were losing 10-yard chunks due to sacks. They could not block, which we've grown accustomed to. Chiefs score a touchdown. Broncos answer late in the fourth, and that's when Russell Wilson gets hurt. 3rd and 11, which he dug. They were in 2nd and 24, Tom. They get to 3rd and 11. I'm like, well, that's manageable.
That's already like, hey. Whoa.
He takes off with his legs. He dives head first and just gets tackled into the ground. He gets the bump on his head. And honestly, like, I think if Russell Wilson stays healthy, Denver might win that game. He had something going with the offense. There was the momentum. He had something going, but he gets hurt. Credit Brett Rippon, who did come in, threw a touchdown to Jerry Jeudy. But after that, even with an opportunity, I mean, the Broncos were backed up to the 5 because of just another dumb punt that happens against them. Every team has got a punter who can punt 65 yards at
Tommy
will
Townsend,
at mile
baby.
high. Yeah. And Rippon gets hit as he throws, arm punts a pick, and it was over at that point. But damn, we were close. We were close. And instead of it being just the saddest blowout we might have experienced ever, the Broncos almost completed their greatest comeback. And that's all I have to look forward to is, hey, we almost won. We almost won, but we didn't. But we almost did.
So can I ask, what did you start doing right that all of a sudden, and I mean just on the offense, like was it just like the interceptions hooked them up with like short fields? Because I didn't get a chance to see the game. So like what?
No, it wasn't even that short a field. And what did we do right, Tom? I don't know, because I'm not confident that this offense has been fixed. Because on any of the series that the Broncos did not score, their offense was garbage. They went the wrong way. They were 3 and out. What went right? They completed passes to Jerry Jeudy and Greg Dulcich and got a big play out of the Marlon Mack.
Okay.
Jerry Jeudy got pissed off, and after that, Russell Wilson's like, I don't want any more players yelling at me on national TV, and I'm just going to throw it to Jerry Jeudy, and it worked. Jerry Jeudy had hands of gold, no drops, just touchdowns.
There you go. All right, so it gave you a little hope, maybe, just like a tiny bit.
Yeah. Thanks, Rachel. Oh, wait, hold on. Rachel made me a nice a nice logo here for the Kansas City.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw. There you go. That Kansas City Chiefs logo.
That's how
Beautiful.
they played.
I think that's the state of Wyoming.
Yeah. But the Broncos are still a football team that can force 3 Patrick Mahomes interceptions, most he's had since, the year 2000, also week 14, and still not win.
That is true. We were saying that during the Sunday night game. We're like, they should have just kept the Broncos and Chiefs.
Should have.
Considering how bad that game was, because that game was...
More people would have watched Broncos Chiefs than Chargers Dolphins.
I could have gone to the bathroom. I could have made creme brulee. I could have done anything. And you could have called that half and we could have alternated, but no.
No.
Just had to suffer alone.
The NFL wants the Chargers and the Rams to be popular so bad.
Oh my God, they want it so badly.
So bad. They spent all that money moving both of those teams to LA, and they cannot pay people to watch those teams. And the Rams just won a Super Bowl. It's sad. But, I was looking forward to the Tua Herbert game, and it just didn't live up to the hype. Either the Dolphins have some problems on offense, or the Chargers defense played better than expected. For me, the Dolphins, their issue really comes down to one thing, Tom, and they just can't run the ball effectively. And I think
that's a new issue.
It's been an issue all year.
Because
they had 2 good running games.
I know the Jeff Wilson game was so good. It was
like a 200+ yard game. You're like, okay,
Wilson got
how
hurt,
are you going to stop him?
Yeah, Wilson getting hurt didn't. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's in concussion protocol, but
now she's saying nice things about the Broncos. Something's wrong.
That's actually going to work.
Something's wrong. But yeah, it was an Tua. Because it was the battle of shutting the hell up, all the haters, because there's the Tua haters, there are the Herbert haters, right? There's all this social media quarterback, all this whatever, and Tua completed 3 passes in the entire first half. It was the offense, it was funny watching because it really was a tale of 2 offenses. You had Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Herbert has no time to throw the football. And when he did have time and roll out to his right, he hit Mike Williams in the back of the end zone for a beautiful touchdown. But the offensive line gives him absolutely no time, right? Their run game, Joshua Kelly had some nice runs, but that was about it. Then you have the Dolphins, and Tua actually has some time, but they had no run game whatsoever. And Tua also was off. He was definitely off last night. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because now that Tua played poorly in prime time, that shit's going to follow him for the rest of the season, regardless of what he does after this. I'll be rooting for Tua. And like I've said, I think both quarterbacks are good. Is Justin Herbert the better pure passer? Sure. And we saw how much better the Chargers passing game is when both Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are out there playing. And that's really what's hindered the Chargers most of this season. And if there's some light moving forward for the Chargers in terms of right now, because they have that playoff spot, the wild card spot. If those guys stay healthy, which is a big if, and they can get Joey Bosa back this century on defense. He didn't play, right?
No.
I was trying to get the Broncos video up last night. I had that game on, but all I really remember is Tyreek Hill scoring a touchdown on a
fumble.
Dolphins fumble.
And the Chargers defense gave up. Literally, they're like, oh no. And Tyreek's like, okay, and just takes off and just runs, and he's gone. Yeah. So, again, their defense, the Chargers defense actually stepped up, looked pretty good, was happy about that. Their offensive line definitely does scare me, though, going forward. I don't know, man. They got issues. But yeah, the Dolphins, I'm nervous for them now. All of a sudden, I was like, oh man, they're really, really good. They're no issues, anything like that. And now back-to-back weeks, they have not looked great. The 49ers, that was rough. And now
Yeah.
the Chargers, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, like seeing what the 49ers did to Tampa, I'll give the Dolphins a pass for that game because they were better than the Buccaneers.
Oh.
But like the Chargers, you got to play better against the Chargers defense,
Yes.
Miami. And that's a little concerning. And I think they've got to figure out how to make the run game work as well. But the Chargers, Bosa's returning to practice this week, and there's a chance they could get Rashawn Slater back at the very end of the regular season. They get those two guys back heading into the playoffs. That's a huge boost on their offensive line if Rashawn Slater is good to go. So at this point, I got to root for the Chargers to take down the Chiefs. So consider me bolting up.
Oh.
Consider me bolted up.
You're bolting up right now?
I'm bolting up.
Are you basically saying,
go Chargers, go?
Beat those Chiefs, Chargers. If I can't do it, maybe you can.
Honestly, the Jets line should be in prime time. Well, you know what, Brandon?
Yeah.
When it happens, it's time for your favorite segment on the show in a show that has no segments, and it's Tom Brady lost again.
Oh,
hear the music. Da 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 da. What was great was that I was watching that game, and the entire chat started filling with, "Oh, they pulled the game. They switched the game.
Yeah.
They switched the game. They switched it to the Panthers."
I was getting that too. It was hilarious.
I stayed with it the entire time, but they were like, "It's gone in Ohio. It's gone in Wisconsin. It's gone Maryland. They just pulled the game." Yeah, it was bad. The Buccaneers, like they shot themselves in the foot. They had a touchdown to Mike Evans.
Tom Brady sucks music.
Yeah, had a touchdown. Got called back, offensive holding. Had an interception. Got called back, defensive holding. That's right. All the holding calls. And then also, yeah, no, they were bad. They were so bad. Perna just...
I did Molly before the show. I like the way my skin feels.
My skin feels so warm. Yeah, they got the crap. I actually thought it'd be like a low scoring game. And I was like, okay, like, because the Buccaneers defense is not like terrible. They're not as good as they were, but like they ball out sometimes. And then no. And then
basically, if Vita Vea is not controlling the entire line of scrimmage, the Bucs defense has a lot of flaws.
Yep.
Tom Brady. Out of all the like actual qualifying quarterbacks this weekend, Tom, worst passer rating. Tua, second worst.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, third.
Hold on, Perna.
Yeah.
I got a little something for you. Can you turn that music back on?
Oh, of course.
And talk about Tom Brady sucking?
Oh, look at that. I can't make mine go automatic. Whatever.
It's the Tom Brady sucks dance.
Old ass man is washed. Somebody get a dryer because he's washed. Wet. Dry his old ass out.
Strap. All right. So, first sexy dance. So anyway, you're saying lowest QB rating.
Lowest passer rating.
Passer rating, excuse me.
QB rating's bullshit. We don't do that ESPN.
Amen.
Yeah. What did he have? 2 picks, 1 touchdown. They let his old arm throw it 55 times. Hey, learn to run the ball, Tampa.
Can you run it though against the 49ers? I mean, But yeah, also Brock Purdy got injured in that game. Hopefully he's okay because he got injured. Shanahan was saying afterwards.
Who?
So he also did hurt his hand. Yeah, Brady, because when he was throwing, like he got rid of it and then it bounced off.
My finger hurts. Well, now your back's gonna hurt, Tom, because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Listen, we're vibing in the morning all day, every day. I'd say Brady probably. But yeah, that was an ugly, ugly game. And now, listen, the Panthers on a little bit of a win streak here. They were able to take down the Seahawks and maybe, just maybe, because the Buccaneers, they're playing the Bengals next week. They're probably going to get rocked. So maybe if the Falcons and Panthers can put something together, dude, I'm telling you, I would die laughing if the Buccaneers missed the playoffs just because that division's so bad. But if Sam Darnold is representing the NFC South.
Yeah, so the Bucks they have the Bengals, then the Cardinals, then the Panthers,
and
then
the
Falcons, right?
Yep.
But so Carolina's got to win. I think they just got to win out. Oh God, they play the Lions though.
Yep.
Oh, don't like that, Carolina.
Yep.
So they will not win out because
maybe the Falcons though. Desmond Ridder is going to start.
Yeah. Let's just man, what if all three of those teams finish with the exact same record?
Honestly, maybe. It's just such a dumpster fire. It really is.
That would be hilarious.
It would. But Desmond Ridder, maybe.
Tom Brady's got so many meaningless passing yards this season. What a stat patter. What a little stat patter he is.
Bork. Oh,
Hold
no,
on. I need to find
Cowboys.
one more Tom Brady stat here. Hold on.
There's a lot of borking going on.
What's a bork?
That's Sinclair. She's barking.
Oh, bark.
You're borking. She's borking.
Where are these Buccaneers?
But yeah, the Bucks probably still favorites to win the division, which does not say anything at all.
Wait, okay.
Dash, what are you doing?
Dash, come on, man.
What are you doing? Jesus, boy. What are you doing?
Terms of bad offenses, right? We've got the Broncos. We know.
Yeah.
Although they jumped up to 14.9 points per game. Still dead last in the NFL, but we're all right. Rams offense, pretty bad. Steelers offense, very bad, right? 17.5 points per game.
Yep.
Guess which offense has fewer points per game than the Steelers?
The Buccaneers?
Yeah. Oh, but let's not talk about Tom Brady because he's got a lot of passing yards this season. Oh, let's not talk about his deficiencies because Russell Wilson exists. Their offense has been garbage all year long. And finally, those chickens have come home to roost. They have come home to roost, and it feels nice.
They're roosting.
Right. Anyway, I'll let it go. He's bad. He's old. We know. Get over it.
Thank you, Andrew. Before we talk about the Cowboys, oh my God, I wonder if it's a delivery. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back, Perna. Hold on. All right.
What should we do while Tom is gone? What should we do while Tom Grossi is gone? Should we just listen to some more music? Let's see here. Into Space? No, I like dance pop. I was off beat. No surprise that I would be off beat. Jared Goff, nobody's talking about him. Guess what? He should be considered in the MVP race. He's balling. Oh, Jared Goff is balling. Kirk Cousins, the most meaningless.
Wait, Perna, wait. Turn off music.
Okay.
Okay. Listen, there's a reason. Get ready because you're going to play the music again. Okay.
Oh, gosh dang.
Who were you talking about just now? You're talking about the Vikings?
Well, I was talking about Jared Goff, and then I threw in Kirk Cousins.
Okay. Because there's another reason to have a dance party, and I wanted to be very clear here. So get ready.
Okay.
Because you know who else sucked yesterday?
Who?
Deshaun Watson. That's right, baby. Deshaun Watson, guess what? You suck, buddy. Oh, no. How much money? Too much money. That's right. You freaking predator. You suck. You suck. Sorry, it just makes me happy.
Yeah. Watson sucked. The Vikings defense sucked.
Oh my God, the Vikings defense. In 5 straight games, they've given up over 400 yards.
Yeah.
They suck.
It's like, come on, Minnesota.
I think that should be a new segment. The Suck Dance Party.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it. I feel like we got something there. Okay, great.
Now, to be fair, the Lions defense still not good. Okay, that's if you got concern about the Lions, it would be their defense because they gave up a lot of yards as well.
They did, but the Lions, listen, they went from one of the worst defenses to now they're not as terrible. Like they have definitely improved.
Yeah,
definitely.
The Lions can spend basically this next draft just going defense. Like they've got the offensive pieces.
Franchise QB. And Jared Goff was good. Jared Goff was good, but he's not the long-term solution there. If you have a top 5 pick, I think you use it on a franchise QB, in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion.
I think you get the Lions a defense that's middle of the road to top 10. You can win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, so if the Vikings finish with the number 2 seed and the Lions sneak at number 7, they play wild card weekend.
Ooh. Wild card division games? That stuff is crazy.
It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. Okay, which one? We were bouncing all over the place. Which game do we want to tackle first?
I want to tackle the war on drugs.
All right, Nixon.
What game? Well, what games we did? Where are we going?
Want to do Vikings Lions first? Let's do Vikings Lions first.
Sure.
I thought Oceans. I was so wrong. Also, yeah, they just need to stop playing each other. They just kill one another, the Steelers and Ravens. So yeah, called the Giants slowly dying. Okay, so let's talk about that one first. So yeah, the Detroit Lions, and a little bit of a comeback later, but Lions offense played pretty damn well. Scored in every single quarter. And Jared Goff, 27-39, 330 yards, 3 tutties, also 0 sacks.
Zero picks. He was as good as Jared Goff can be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's interesting, here's what I'm enjoying about the Lions. One, Jared Goff playing well. But now their receiving core is really blossoming. Okay? We all knew Amon-Ra St. Brown. Ross St. Brown was dominant. He was carrying that passing game. He didn't have a touchdown in this game. DJ Chark got another one this week. Josh Reynolds had a touchdown. And of course, rookie Jameson Williams comes in, 1 touchdown, 1 catch, 41 yards.
Yeah.
Like to see him involved in the game a little bit more after he scores 1 touchdown on 1 reception. But that's you got your number 1 in Amon-Ra, and then you got 2 number 2s right now in DJ Chark and and Penei
Sewell, listen, the Bengals should have picked Penei Sewell because not only is he a great offensive lineman, but they could have transformed him into Jamar Chase as well.
He could have been the first tackle / Jamar Chase. You're right.
They could have had him and they passed up on him. Just saying.
Can you tackle a guy like Penei Sewell?
No. Dan Campbell, by the way, and that was on 3rd down. Like, that was a crucial 3rd down. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to throw it to Penei Sewell.
Yeah, it was the game sealer. Like, that ended the game.
Dude.
Love it. Dan Campbell's got.
This
would not even be enough to hold the weight of his testicles at this point. Because they also ran that fake punt in their own territory.
Yep.
That's a team that don't give a fuck.
No. But
yeah, I'm excited. Again, some things got to happen for them to get in the postseason.
But it's after this week, it's more likely.
If they could have just won one of those games when they were in their skid early in the season, oh God.
They beat the Packers.
But yeah, so the Vikings, you got to worry. Their passing defense is just
it's not good.
It's gonna kill them.
It's not good.
I saw Fire Donatel trending on Twitter.
Oh my God. No, Ed. Yeah, Ed.
Ed was Vic Fangio's guy, right? So Vic Fangio was the Broncos head coach. Ed Donatel was the defensive coordinator. And there was kind of this joke while Ed Donatel was there. It's like, what does he actually do? Because we all know Fangio's running the defense. And Fangio, he had to miss a game, I think, maybe. And Donatel kind of had to take over. And, the defense played well, but I was like, man, I almost forgot about old Ed Donatel. But yeah, he was like Fire Hackett's trending every week. It's just like every coordinator or coach, when your team plays bad, it's like the thing now is just to tweet, fire that guy. But fair enough. Probably got his first chance to be a real DC. And without old Fangio, maybe it's not working out.
Nope, not so much yet. The Vikings, I mean, listen, I've been giving them some credit, been giving it where it was due, but like even Vikings fans knew that this reckoning was coming. They were like, okay, at some point the other shoe is going to drop, and they're likely still going to win the division. They're still going to go to the playoffs, but yeah, there's some major concerns, and a lot of it is going to stem from that defense. 1,000,000%.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, the stat for the Broncos, right, the last month has been if they could just score 18 points, they would have been, 8-1 at the time. And basically I compared them to the Vikings. And like, if their offense was below average, just not god awful, they would have this inflated probably record. And you would still be like, look, their defense is very good, but their offense is not playoff caliber. It's kind of like the flip-flop for the Vikings. Like, their offense at times can be just very deadly. It's mostly just Justin Jefferson. Like, he's just deadly. Their defense is going to be a liability. Also, DJ Hawkinson did not have a successful revenge game against the Lions. But yeah, man, I'm just happy. Like, it's good. What's the Lions record? 6-7.
It's not great.
But they feel like they're
a lot better.
It's like an 8-5 team or something.
Because they've won, I think, like 5 out of their last 6 or something. Yeah. Like they're playing well.
Yeah, 5 of 6.
But I'm very upset though.
Why? What happened?
Jameson Williams is going to be so good, Brandon. And I knew he was going to be good. And I knew it. And it was collusion. Are you happy now, Vikings? Are you happy now that you traded for the freaking last damn pick in the first round and they got Jameson Williams? Are you happy when he was torching your defense? Are you happy now?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You got Christian Watson, though.
I know. Listen, no. I'm very happy we got Christian Watson, but I just know in my heart of hearts, I know he's going to be so good. I know he's going to be, and it's going to kill me. It's just going to rip my soul out when Jameson Williams is just running down the field. Like, oh God. Like, I'm going to have to basically watch it because Tyreek Hill on Christmas Day is going to slap Joe Barry's ass, and it's going to be terrible because we're going to play like 25 yards off the receiver because why not? And that's what it's going to be like. We already get it with Justin Jefferson twice a year, and now we're going to get it with Jameson Williams. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
The Packers are going to lose Christian Watson in free agency.
Eat my ass, Perna.
He's going to go to the Chiefs.
Shut up.
And I'm going to be forced to say Watson and Mahomes every freaking week. Sorry. You could have had a Jameson Williams.
I'm okay with Christian. Listen, I'm very happy with Christian Watson. Very happy. I just know he's going to be good. Now, this is how it's complete. Now the Bears get an all-time great receiver too. In the upcoming draft, they might trade back a little bit. They might get 2 first-rounders, and they're going to take 2
all-time wide receivers. I mean, they got Darnell Mooney. That dude's underrated.
Darnell Mooney's very good. He's not there for the rest of the year.
He's
But yes,
done
he's
for
very,
the
very
season
good.
with an injury, but you're going to watch the Bears get a receiver as well. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt so bad. Sorry, but it's true.
See, folks, this is why when the Broncos do lose, I'm like, you know what? Okay. Because they're like, call
You
Perna,
brought it
check on
upon
Perna. I'm like,
yourself.
he's vibing. He's having a good time. He's fine. He's fine. He's all right. He's making his new worst, best, craziest video. He's all right. He's okay. He's fine. You also, great job on the stream yesterday, buddy. Got some real good numbers in there.
Stream was strong. Appreciate the Grossi Posse raid. We tried to raid back.
I noticed.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
it was it was a big game. It was a big game. It got weird. People tuned in. I mean, people were just there from the beginning to watch me have my soul crushed. All right, so we did them their Lions. Maybe we should talk about another quarterback playing well for another team that could sneak in the playoffs.
Okay, so
I'm talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, baby.
Trevor Lawrence, welcome to the NFL.
Trevor was smoking that Titans back yesterday. And you know what's so funny too? Like, you watch Red Zone for like the first like half, you have no idea. You're like, oh, it's all Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry had like over 100 yards. He was murdering them like he usually murders the Jaguars. And then the second half happened, and it was like, oh no. And we just never heard from him ever again. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence had himself a day. 30 for 42, 368, 3 touchdowns, 0 sacks, 0 picks. And they didn't really have a run game going either.
No, there was people putting the lost milk carton with Travis Etienne on it during that game. And I think that's when, Henry was having a field day. But
Perna.
Oh, my.
You got a 69er.
I know what this means.
Oh, yes.
Also, my friend gave me tickets to the Cards Broncos game. I don't know. That's an act of kindness or cruel punishment.
It might be cruel.
Where are the best food spots in Denver area? Don't know. Never leave my basement. Also, where's the best spot to bury that I do know. DM me for information.
Hit it.
Where are you?
He's going to get the 3. He's going to get the 3.
Why can't I see it? Hold on.
Perna, do you need me to do it? God, I feel like,
Where? Oh, wow. We just got...
Oh, you fat with a 3. Yes, I just said that. That is that man's name. Don't tweet at me.
Let's go. Yeah, T-Law was pretty darn good yesterday. And
yeah. And what's funny is the Titans, they had a couple. Let me see here. I think it was Nick Westbrook-Akini?
Yeah, they have a few injuries, the Tennessee Titans right now. But the thing is like the defensive line of the Jaguars, who hasn't been showing up, they showed up yesterday. What, they sacked Daniel 4 times? Yep, 4. I mean, they didn't show up against Derrick Henry in the first half, but
right. Here we go.
Listen,
yeah, Nick Westbrook had he had an amazing grab in the end zone. There's a couple catches Tennessee made, and I was like, whoa. But it obviously, it ultimately didn't matter. I think, let's see, Derrick Henry finished with 121 yards. I feel like he had almost all of that in the first half and then nothing after that, right? That was a huge difference for the Jags, but that's another dumb division like the other South division, I guess. You're having a field day with those.
Oh my god, dude! If the Texans beat the Cowboys yesterday, oh my god,
why?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But
Evan Ingram went off in that game, 162 yards, 2 touchdowns, no drops. So yeah, just Jags are a little bit up and down, obviously, but
speaking of down, the Tennessee Titans all of a sudden are 7-6.
Yeah.
Like again, they're dealing with lots of injuries and stuff, but oh boy, like the Jaguars are 5-8, and they play the Titans at the end of the year again. You never know.
3 losses in a row for the Titans. They get the Chargers next, who are on the up and up. Then the Texans, then the Cowboys, then the Jags.
Dude,
Tennessee
they lose 3 of those 4.
3 of these 4 games, dude. So the hope is real in Duval. And I got nothing against the Titans. I'm a big Mike Vrabel fan. I love watching Derrick Henry run, but I'd rather see the Jags sneak in the playoffs. It would just be more fun for me.
Oh, the chaos would be great. It'd be great. Like, watch the Jaguars and Panthers make it from their respective South divisions. Okay. Like,
Jags, Panthers, Super Bowl. Oh my God.
Yeah, so some very concerning times for the Tennessee Titans. And the Jaguars, again, they've kind of like, they've had those games where like, oh, and then it's like, oh. So we'll see if they can remain a bit consistent now. But I mean, I think Trevor Lawrence has shown like he definitely has some amazing flashes. Like he definitely could be the guy. So yeah, that was fun. Can we talk about the Dallas Cowboys?
Yes.
Can you, like, I want someone to explain to me what the actual F is going on. Because you have these teams, like, let's look at the Cowboys, right? They blow out the Minnesota Vikings. The week prior, they lose to the Green Bay Packers. Then they have kind of like this like closest game with the Giants, right? It's a divisional game, so you're like, okay, you know, nothing too crazy there. Like that, you understand it, right? Like yesterday, you understand it. Because anything can happen with divisional games. Then the Colts, 54 points on them. 54. And the Colts are a bad football team. They score it all in the fourth quarter. But then, not yet, but then they almost lose to the Texans, Perna. They were losing at halftime. They were losing in the third quarter. And if Houston was actually able to score on 4th and goal, they'd probably win that game.
Yeah.
Dak, I mean, he led that drive, which was good, but had 2 interceptions. I don't know what the hell the Cowboys are. And I know like the Texans do play them weird. I don't know if it's like a Texas thing. I have no idea.
Hey, no, man, we're going to give you a best. Woo!
Exactly.
That's what
I don't know if it's related to the Alamo.
Dude, and the Texans deployed the weirdest quarterback
they did.
Attack I've ever, like Davis Mills with a strong mixture of Jeff Driscoll, who threw a touchdown to your guy, Amari Rodgers, by the way.
I know. His first ever touchdown. I know.
All he needed was Jeff Driscoll.
That's what he needed, baby. Aaron Rodgers wasn't enough. He needed well, I mean, I said that too. Is that like, you just need him not to return anything. But you could utilize him on the offense, but we're like, no, we can't. So.
You sure about that? I want to talk about that goal line. The Texans not kicking a field goal there. Ultimately, it didn't matter because they gave up a touchdown, right? My thought in that situation is kick the field goal. And the reason being, scoring a touchdown is harder than kicking a field goal. Yet the analytics say, oh, you got to go for it. BS. Again, didn't matter.
They're trying to steal the game.
They're trying to, but they're the Texans. Take the points. I think you play the defense a little bit different if you play as a defense a little bit different if you know that the Cowboys are going to go for the touchdown. I think like your mindset's just don't let them get into field goal territory, and you play this soft ass. Don't give up the big play coverage. Just do what you've been doing all game. But Dak put together a drive at the end of the game. Like can't take that away from him. I think
some breaking news real quick.
Okay.
The Cowboys offensive tackle Terrence Steele has torn his ACL.
Oh.
So Steele's been actually pretty good for them. That's not good.
Yeah, aren't they getting somebody else back though?
Yeah, Tyron Smith. He should be off IR soon. So,
yeah. But here's the real problem.
Yeah.
Why are the Cowboys not super consistent? Why don't you tell me, Tom? You know exactly why. You know exactly why they are not super consistent. I'll wait.
I mean, are you going to go on the Tony Pollard train again?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because I was like, they had like a healthy run game yesterday.
Mike McCarthy. They suffer from McCarthyism, okay? They suffer.
Bring back the trials.
They blacklist their own offense, all right? That's why. Make Dan Quinn your head coach, and you're probably talked about as one of the best teams in the NFL. Instead, you're the Cowboys, and nobody will ever trust you, ever, for any reason, until you prove us wrong.
I can't. They're so wildly inconsistent. They put up 50 points, and then they almost lose to the Texans, who are a 1-win team. And again, like the Texans, like, listen, they're better than people give them credit for. Like, they did go toe-to-toe with the Eagles for like a half. Pierce is really good, but that's not a good football team. You should not be struggling that much against a good football team. You should.
Yeah. No. There was another insane performance from the weekend, and it occurred in a loss for the New York Jets.
Yes.
That is Mike White getting the absolute living piss beat out of him, and him coming back for more.
Twice.
And then him coming back for more again.
He's like, oh my God, I'm back. Never mind. I need to leave in an ambulance.
Oh, you got me again. They took him to the hospital after the game to make sure he wasn't dying inside. Yeah. And I'm rooting for the Bills, right? I'm rooting for Buffalo to win that game, to win it all in the AFC at this point. But damn, I respected Mike White before, but I respect the hell out of Mike White now.
He's got grit.
And the Jets proved their defense is still nasty. It's still going to be the thing that carries them.
Sauce Gardner.
If they get, into the postseason, if they can manage it. And they're better with Mike White when he's playing. They're better with him. And the fact that he put up that gutsy performance, I think that's the kind of thing, like if he comes back healthy the next week, the Jets are going to rally around that. And his playing through almost dying several times is going to benefit them the next few weeks, I believe. But yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some like, why is he still in there? Like, just take him out. Just take him out. But here's what I said about Mike White yesterday. He's definitely got the grit 100%. He's not the long-term solution there, but the short-term, he can get you to where, you need to go. Then at least it's going to be more competitive than with Zach Wilson back there. So.
Yeah. Do you think, what could the Jets get if they traded Zach Wilson?
Some Doritos, maybe? But the purple kind. It's going to be like.
Think you could get a second rounder for Zach Wilson?
Oh, I don't even know if you can get second. Maybe third, maybe.
Does anybody know, was Zach Wilson active yesterday?
I know Flacco went in. I don't even know if he was there.
Was Zach Wilson active? Because Robert Saleh said Zach Wilson, the plan is for him to start again this season. Well, yesterday would have been the day to do it if you actually believed in Zach Wilson. Now, maybe he was inactive. Okay, so it wasn't even an option. But, yeah. That's
okay.
bad.
You were there.
Oh, hello, Satan.
Satan stops by every now and then. The Jets, listen, that game that's coming up is arguably like such an important, the Jets Lions, that is such an important game. Like both of those teams need to win, and it might determine who gets in the playoffs. Like I said that last Thursday when I put out that episode, like it legit could be like the most important game of the year for both teams. It should be actually a solid game too. It should actually be a good game.
I'm looking forward. Also, Carolina Panthers. You got another win. 2-game win streak. You beat the Seahawks.
Yep.
My take is Seattle. Like Geno Smith, he's still fine.
Good.
Maybe
Their
cooling just a little bit, but when their run game isn't working,
Yes.
The Seahawks don't. And they've got injuries at running backs. I know. Travis Homer was the starter. The Panthers are on a 2-game win streak, so almost gave me the trifecta of glory yesterday. We talked a little bit about the Panthers already, but
Yeah.
I needed to talk about the Seahawks run game being what
Their
drives them.
defense is also very bad. Their defense is not good.
Yeah. They need their offense to be on the field for long, sustained drives, and they'll be drafting deep. Like if you're the Seahawks too, you taking a QB with that number 2 pick? Or you're gonna how much do you believe in Geno? We're gonna find out because you could also trade that pick back for
get a bunch because there's so many teams that need a QB.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. This draft's going to be very interesting.
I'm excited for it, even though I shouldn't be, because I shouldn't.
All right. Do we miss anything?
Real quick, Cincinnati continuing their win. Deshaun Watson continuing to suck. We'd love to see it.
Burrow ends his losing streak to the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even play amazing either.
No.
They got Mixon back, but Mixon was he had that one really, really big run. He had 96 yards for the day, but he was pretty solid. It's not true, Aubrey. All the kitty teams won. Don't worry, I'm doing a video about it later today. All the kitties won, which is very good. But yeah, Watson, 26 for 42, 276, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But again, I need to shout out the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Nick Chubb held to 34 yards. And they have done this now. They did it to Derrick Henry. That defense is impressing me. And I think that's going to be a major factor as Mixon gets more healthy and things like that. They're becoming a balanced football team. So, secondary, Donovan Peoples-Jones had a nice day, but
what was weird too is the Browns brought in Jacoby Brissett for one play on 4th down. It didn't work. Seems strange, but also Nick Chubb, the last, 6 games has not been his dominant self. 34 yards last week. He had 80 against the Texans, killed the Buccaneers, just 19 against the Bills, 63 against the Dolphins. Everything in Cleveland works when, he's eating.
Running.
And I think defenses have just been able to key on him. And you thought that might change when old Deshaun Watty came back? Wrong. Wrong. And I just hope he continues to play bad. That's my hope.
We don't even need to talk about it much. Jalen Hurts, front runner for MVP. Crushed it. He's just on a different level. Had 3 touchdowns yesterday, 2 through the air, 1 on the ground. Miles Sanders, 144 yards. The Giants just weren't ready. I've said this now for a few weeks. I think the Giants are going to start really dipping now. They have so many injuries. It's kind of like the Cinderella season's over. And I think it is. They're not there. They don't have the personnel right now. And the Eagles just beat the ever living crap out of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Miles Sanders, he hit 1,000 yards on the season. First Eagles back to do it since Shady McCoy, I believe.
It's been a while. 12. They're the first team to clinch a playoff spot, by the way, at 12-1. So, there you go. Eagles dominant. Also, we talked about a tiny bit. The Ravens and Steelers. Good God, they beat the piss out of each other. They beat the crap out of one another. Mitch Trubisky wound up coming in. Kenny Pickett got injured. That was ugly. Huntley wound up getting injured at the end of that game.
He took a shot. He took a real shot. Didn't they throw a flag on that play too? The hit he took?
I don't remember, honestly.
I didn't think it was a bad hit. It was just unfortunate because he was running with the ball. But Trubisky, I got to look. He had 3 picks in that game. Trubisky, I don't know if they were all his fault, but
he was bad, though. No, he was bad.
Yeah. There's a lot of injured QBs this week. Pickett concussion, Russell Wilson concussion, Mike White in and out of that game. helmet-to-helmet cheap shot. I don't know if it was a cheap shot. I think Huntley he was being tackled, and he's going down this way with the guy coming in to finish the tackle. Like, that shit just happens sometimes. It's unfortunate because I like Tyler Huntley. But, yeah, the Steelers lose to the Ravens backup, following in the footsteps of the Broncos losing to their backup. So,
Like, I don't know. But, yeah, that's going to hurt the Steelers. Ravens, listen, it's not pretty, but they're winning. Like, none of their stuff is pretty, but they're kind of getting it done every now and then. So they're at 9-4, and they just don't feel like a 9-4 team.
No.
So J.K. Dobbins, though, had a really, really nice day. He had 120 yards and a touchdown yesterday. So
that's what's been missing when like Lamar's in there is the run game.
Yeah.
And if they can get that going and he can get back healthy, then, they'll be a little bit dangerous.
By the way, ready for the playoff run, the Commanders just activated Carson Wentz off IR.
Whoa.
Yeah, big Sunday night game against the Giants. So.
And tonight we got what? Cardinals, Pats?
Yeah, Patriots, Cardinals.
Boo!
Yep.
Won't be watching that.
I'll be streaming it.
Have fun, Tom.
I won't.
Fun.
Will not be having fun. So we're going to rock. But we did it. Perna, what do you got coming out? Best and worst?
Best and worst of NFL Sunday. Yes, nice. Sir. And you
got a little skit dropping today about all the NFL cat teams who won. So there you go. So we dropping that, and then tonight I'll be streaming, and then every NFL fan's reaction to Week 14 coming out right after that.
Bam.
And then tomorrow, of course, the South Saga. There's a lot going on this week, so
it's gonna be sagarific.
It's gonna be great. But folks, we appreciate you. I know we took Friday off, but we back now, baby. We back. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS, and you have been navigated.
And you got that super chat in just in time to your destination.